Hey, what's going on, you guys? So it's me, Colin here. And one question I've been asking is, how is it that the real estate market here in Seattle and the surrounding area is going so strong despite of everything that's been happening, right? I mean, with the economy going the way it is, the pandemic, a virus going on, unemployment, yet we're still seeing more pent-up demand than ever before in the housing market and more homes going pending than homes available on the market right now. So today we're going to talk about 3 factors that's causing the strong demand in housing here in the Seattle and surrounding area. Let's go. So the number one reason why there's a pent-up demand for housing right now is the historic low interest rates. Never have we seen in decades or a whole economic history where mortgage interest rate has gone below 3%. I mean, there was decades that was in the 6 and 7s, then before that it was in the 18%, and then we were at that 4% for a while, and boom, at the start of this pandemic, we're like, oh, it's going less and less and less, and now at 3%, essentially you're making a 10% less mortgage payment than last year. So with that, as a home buyer, I'm thinking, hey, you know what, I could pay for that same house 10% less or have a 10% more buying power. Hey, if I'm buying an $800,000 house and now I'm making a payment for $720,000 or $730,000, why not, right? So as a home buyer, I'm seeing these historic low interest rate, which is really enticing because you know why? I'm gonna live at this home for years and years anyways. Now I get this 10% discount on the house. Basically, I'm making a 10% less payment on my housing mortgage. Why not? So I'm buying this $800,000 house and now I'm making a payment for a $730,000 house compared to last year. That's really gonna bring me into the market. So interest rate is the reason why. Right? So the second factor are the tech jobs here in the Seattle and surrounding areas. I mean, you got Microsoft, one of the biggest companies in the world, one of the $1 trillion company located in Redmond, and then you got Amazon located in the heart of Seattle, right? So with that and hundreds of thousands of other jobs that's tech related, we now see that many of them can work from home and still get the work done for these companies. So companies hasn't done massive layoffs because, hey, you could work from home, you could go on the cloud, you could do what you need to do, and we could still move the company forward, right? With tech job, one other factor I have to mention is Amazon, right? Because Amazon's located here in the Seattle area, it's create a strong ripple effect throughout our whole economy. So imagine at the beginning of this pandemic, if you had 100 shares of Amazon stock as an employee, right? Which is very common here actually in the area. We've seen clients with thousands of shares of Amazon stock, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. So here it is. At the beginning of this pandemic, let's say you were working for Amazon, you had 100 shares of Amazon stock hovering around that time $1,700, right? $1,700. So as of today, in July of 2020, that $1,700 share has now risen to $3,000 or more. So all of a sudden, if you had 100 shares, you saw your net worth increase by $130,000 in a matter of a few months. Like, oh my gosh. And I'm talking about just 100 shares. What if you had 1,000 shares, right? So with that, hey, now I could buy this house that was essentially $800,000 last year, and I'm getting it for $730,000. That's a $70,000 margin on top of me as an employee of Amazon, and my net worth has gone up $130,000. Hey, my margin's looking good. I'm at $200,000 up for my gain, right, as an employee of Amazon. So that's just one example of why we've seen a massive demand of buyers going into it, because they've seen their personal wealth increase and also taking advantage of what's happening in the economy where, hey, the feds are keeping the interest rate low so they could get people to go and buy. Therefore, I'm buying this home for cheaper and I'm making less mortgage payment, almost same as rent or even better. So why not, right? And then the third factor is the low inventory. Throughout the whole US, we've seen that real estate inventory or housing on the market has decreased because of this whole pandemic or the virus. People just don't feel comfortable putting the home on the market. Maybe agents don't know the protocol to list and sell a home in a proper way like we as a team do. Hey, that's That's, you know what, it makes me as a seller, kind of nervous. Maybe I don't want to put my home in the market. I'll wait. I don't need to move anywhere. I don't feel safe out there, so maybe I'm just gonna stay in my house this year, right? For some other buyers, it's, hey, I can't stay in this house because it's either too small, or I'm renting a home or apartment and I just don't feel comfortable sharing an elevator with 5 or 10 people going in at once. So if you like this video, please feel free to share it or press the like button below. We appreciate your support. And if there's other questions you have in regards to real estate, please comment below. I read all the comments. Looking forward to catching up with you guys and have a wonderful week. Take care, everybody.